You have reached the voicemail box of
Kino.
Just wait for the tone. The person you're trying to reach is not available right now. If you need further assistance, enter pound now. Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone. Goodbye.
Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? Here's my face. Hi, my face. Huh. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Jumbo. Habari Gani. How is everybody doing today? I dusted, so everything's all over the place. Yay! That's better. Hope everybody's doing well. I was scrambling around this morning because I forgot to do setup last night, so it took me my whole morning to do it today. Basically I had to get the PS4 from Fred and set everything up, and there's a fiber in my tea. I just saw it. Oh. You know what, I'd rather have it in my tea than elsewhere. Which is kind of funny, but also a little sad. Also, why is my phone, like, full of fibers? That just... you shall not pass. Anyway, the reason that I'm stressing about fibers is because it's Thursday. Which means that it's Day of Sundries. Which means that I'm gonna do stuff and make things. But first, we like to talk to each other. So what's going on with you guys? How was your night yesterday? And how's your day going today? What did you get up to since last we saw each other? Let's see, what did I do? I made dinner. Played a couple games of Dota. For those of you who are looking in the personal art sharing channel, you'll see that I had to undo almost all of this, of the crocheting that I've done over the last month. So that's why I was not prepared last night as opposed to this morning. So yeah. I had to undo all of that. Undoing everything and like, rolling the yarn into a ball took me like an hour and a half just to undo everything that I had done. So, you know, it's like 8, 9, 10 hours. Like, I don't remember, I don't know how many hours I cumulatively worked. I just know that it takes me 2 hours or longer to get 2 rows. And there's 6 rows of each color. So basically a lot. Many hours just down the fucking drain. So I was a little peeved. And,
How am I gonna get over this?
I was also watching the strain last night while I was... because I wanted to do a little bit of crocheting. And that's really all I did, was undo all of my work and then start over. Hey, hey, Mana. Yes. You're gonna try voicing your concerns, you know? I think that will help. I mean, like, I definitely feel like I can't communicate as well as I want to because I'm unwilling to talk on microphone. And now I just unbound the key. I could put it back where it was. Stream Puppy, why are you having issues now? Come on. I had everything all set up. Don't do this to me. But yeah, I definitely feel like it's detrimental to just like try and sit there and type at people. For sure, like it's a lot harder. Want to hear modulated elected dude voice? MS, what was the, let me write it down. What was the voice changer that you used? Ori, how you doing? Stream Puppy is having issues today. Alright, let's just reboot Stream Puppy. In the meantime, could also be my internet. Hatu Jumbo Zero Pass, Habari Gani, Habari za Asubuhi. What was I doing? I was doing something, like, actually important. Oh, we were gonna do the Swahili lessons so that I can start deciding. I don't know what I want to make. I fell asleep last night trying to figure out what I wanted to make today. Low-key hyped for Payday 2 this weekend. I'm excited too. It'll be nice to spend time with people and play a game that I don't normally get to play. Alright, let's see. We got... So, in conjunction with last week's lesson, we, you know how verbs work. You know what the root of a verb is. So if you want to compose a sentence using the things that you've learned, you need to know what tenses are and where they go and how they function. You also need subject markers, but I'm lazy and I'm only teaching you one of them. Because the other ones I have taught previously, but they just wouldn't fit in this graphic. So go to the Discord channel, they're in there. But in any case, you can see on the bottom, the very last word in the line, Nitacheza. That is a full sentence. It means I will play. And as we go through the rest of the lesson, you'll understand what the parts of it are. But I'll just really quickly say ni is the subject marker, ta is the tense, cheza is the verb. Nzuri tu, habari gani? Mimi nzuri, asante sana. Asante. Oh no, Ori, I'm sorry you're sick. Pole sana kwa mgonjwa. Mgonjwa means sick. Anyway, so back to the Swahili lesson. Nitacheza is I will play. I just broke down the parts of it. You'll see the first 3 words in the list have hyphens. That's because those are the tenses. Na is present tense, li is past tense, ta is future tense. Ni, with the hyphen after it, is the subject marker for mimi, or I. So you can say mimi nitacheza. If you want to stress, I will play. Yeah, however you need to do it. I was sitting here ready to be impressed by you. So yeah, that's how you put it together. The subject marker goes first, then the tense, then the verb. There are, of course, other things that come into play, but that's... Oh, hey, Puck Dad. How you doing? But that's a separate issue for another time. P.S. This is going to be the last Swahili lesson on stream. Swahili will continue in the Discord channel, so if this is something that you have enjoyed, I mean, obviously feel free to speak to me in Swahili. I probably will still keep using Swahili on stream as much as I remember to. But we won't be doing the lessons in the morning on stream. Any lessons that take place will be in Discord, so that people who can't be here in the morning can look at it at their leisure, and then also people who don't care or are stressed out by feeling like there's expectations put on them, they can just mute the channel and not learn. Dad in Swahili is dad, for dad breaks all language barriers. I don't believe that that's accurate. So yeah. Na, li, ta. Present tense, past tense, future tense. Ni is subject marker for first person singular. Mimi, I. And then commands. We all know the verb play, which is cheza. If I want to command Puck Dad to play, I would say, Puck Dad, cheza. So I'm commanding him to play. If I want him to answer, Puck Dad, jibu. And that's singular. But if I wanted to say to Puck and Zero Pass for them to play, I would say chezeni. So when you make a command, but when you're doing a command, you just take the root of the verb, ta-da. When you pluralize the command, I did this much better yesterday. This is a horrible last lesson. If you want a really, well done lesson, go to yesterday's VOD. Don't come over here for a good last lesson. I feel like I'm not doing it justice. Anyway, so chezeni, to pluralize a command, you put ni at the end. Now, if the verb ends in an A, you switch the A to an E, because that's how it goes. If the root of the verb would be a single syllable, like la, which is eat, then you keep it in the infinitive form. That is one of the very few exceptions in the Swahili language, is when you have single syllable verbs. Swahili doesn't like that. Jibooni? Why are you switching vowels? You're close. It is also on the screen. You all, ninyi. So you plural is ninyi, but that's just the pronoun. Maybe spelling it wrong. Yeah, Swahili is very easy in terms of pronunciation. There is a video that I recorded in the pinned messages that explains all of the pronunciation. You just say Mira. Yeah, I knew you would draw parallels between Mira and Cheza. So yeah, if you want to, this is a horrible lesson. Let me start over, okay? I'm very distracted. My brain is not ready for the day. Let's start over. Swahili lesson. Woo! All right. So, previous knowledge from last week that you need for this lesson is that verbs, the root of the verb is everything after ku. So ku, like if you want to say to play, you'd say kucheza. That's just what the infinitive means. It means to play. To play, kucheza. The ku is how you make an infinitive. The root of the verb, you just knock ku the heck out of there, and you get cheza. Same thing with every other verb. Like kujibu, kula, which is eat, kusema, to speak. Yeah, so that's what you need to know, and now I'm going to talk about the rest of this stuff here. So, you see an example of what I'm going to teach you all the way at the bottom. Nita cheza, I will play. You'll recognize cheza, that's the root of the verb play. And then the rest of it we'll get to right now. Na is present tense, li is past tense, ta is future tense. You'll notice there's hyphens on either side of them. That is because they go in the middle, sandwiched between other things. So if you're building from the back up, you start with the verb you want to use. Okay, play. So cheza is the suffix. It's the last thing in the sentence. And then you pick your tense. For the purposes of what's written on the screen, I'm going to pick the future tense, ta. So ta goes in front of the verb. The tense goes in front of the verb. And then, but who are you talking about? You need a subject marker. If you want to know subject markers other than the first person, go to the pinned messages in the Discord channel. You can see all of them. We're just going to use first person, which is ni. And ni goes at the beginning. It is the prefix, essentially. So to put that all together into one sentence, ni ta cheza, ni being the subject marker for Mimi, for I, first person singular, ta being future tense, cheza being the root of the verb, to play. So, ni ta cheza is I will play. Now, if you want to command people, you just take the root of the verb and yell it at them.
Dat boy.
If it's one person that you are commanding. The exception being that if the root of the verb would be one syllable, then you keep it in the infinitive and you keep ku in there. So you would say to eat rather than just eat. You would say kula, that's to eat. So cheza, jibu, kula. You get the root of the verb, and then the infinitive because la would be one syllable and Swahili doesn't like that. Now, to command multiple people, you add ni to the end of the root of the verb. The exception, well, I guess it's not an exception. The rule in this case, if the verb ends in an A, you switch the A to an E when you put ni on the end of it. So, cheza goes to chezeni. If it ends in a U or in any other, or if it ends in an O, which is unusual, but there are verbs that end in O's, you just put ni on there and it's fine. So jibu goes to jibuni. Now, you might be thinking, well, what about kula? What about eat? What if you want to command multiple people to eat? You still keep it in the infinitive so as not to confuse yourself. So, kula goes to kuleni. Because it ends in the A, you switch it to an E. Ta-da! There we go. That was a much better last lesson. Let's get to what I'm doing here. Let's craft things. Oh yeah, I was gonna open screen copy. You know that boy. Does anyone have any questions? Jibuni is what I was trying to say, but I was listening to you say it. Failed to look at the screen. Yeah. Yep. That is not uncommon for people to not read and look at the things on the screen. Damn it, I left this too long again. No, I didn't. My hands are just freezing. Okay. I always dip my finger into my tea. I don't know if that's gross. I mean, my hands are clean. I just washed them. And all I've been doing is sitting here with my hands in my lap. Not like that. Don't make it gross. I need to decide what I'm making. I think I still want to do a keycap. I might do a charm today. It's time that you come home. So I have all my little notes of like, here are things that I wanted to make. I think I don't want to do something super complicated. I mean, everything I do ends up way more complicated than it ever needs to be. Maybe I'll just make a bunch of little faces. A bunch of dudes with little faces. Like, I could do a pirate, or a monster, or a vampire. Those would be easy, because I don't need a reference picture for any of that, because that's from my brain, you know? That's from my imagination. Imagination. So if you say Jibu, it's effectively the same as Jibuna. What's Jibuna? What is Jibuna? Because I can tell you that that's not Swahili. But I don't know what you're trying to say in Swahili. You know... Yeah, I'll do something complicated next week if I am up to it. We're gonna do some generic things today. 'Cause my brain wants a little bit of a break. My brain is just not with it, so I'm gonna get my hand sanitizer all ready. This is supposed to try and get any extra fibers and whatnot away from my hands. I don't know that it works, but, you know, I try it anyway. So, who do I want to make? Let's make a monster. I'm gonna make a little monster friend. What color should our monster be? Did I spill my tea all over the place? Perfect. Must not be understanding. Present tense, na. Past tense is li. Future tense is ta. Correct. But those, alright, let me switch back over for a second. Look at the bottom of the screen. That is a full sentence, and it has the tense in it. Yeah, that's why there's hyphens. Like I said, that's why there's hyphens on either side, because they go in the middle sandwiched between other information. So the tenses go, like, in the middle of stuff. So it's subject marker, and then tense, and then the verb.
Madam, your phone is ringing.
No phone. So nita cheza. Ni is the subject marker for I, ta is the future tense, and cheza is the verb, play. I don't know what that noise was about. Just
I don't want my head to keep spinning.
I'm trying to decide what color our monster is. I have a lot of colors here. I have some nice purple, but I feel like I do purple for everything. Nina Jibu. Yay! You did it! Exactly. Nina Jibu. You just said, I am answering, or I answer. Oh, I'm so proud of you! Good job! I think we want green. I'm gonna make a green scaled monster, like a fish monster. Because that's just what my brain wanted to do today. Because I really liked making the scales on our little fishy friend. It's actually not that hard. No, Swahili is very easy. Swahili is a very easy language. It has very few exceptions to its rules. It just is. It's like, oh, you know the rules? Well, then you get it. It's very, very simple. The pronunciation is also super simple and easy. You get 5 vowels. That's it. A, E, I, O, U. You know how English has all these mixed vowel sounds? Like, if something has an A in it, that could be pronounced in like 8 different ways. Why am I taking out my dotting tools? What I need is my blade. Hey, Wraith Dagger, how you doing? So yeah, A, E, I, O, U, and that's it. Even if you had like 8 vowels in a row, you still pronounce each of them separately. Aww, Wraith Dagger. That made me emotional. I thought that I was the only one who had channels like that. And by channels, I mean literally one. It's Dukes. Spoiler alert, it's Dukes. Although it took a little bit for my for Chrome to catch up from his name change. So that reset things a little bit. I believe, I don't know if it's anybody can do the command or not. If you do !hand, it should bring up his channel. You just type L? Yeah, I just type T. Yeah, see there's the hand on my wall here. It looks so nice framed instead of just hanging like between 2 pictures like I had it before. Good. I also wanted to make sure it had the right channel. Although shame on me for having no Duke Madness in there, which I still think of in my brain as Duke's Madness. But yeah, I type in T, and then that's the channel that comes up for me, because I'm there a lot. I never thought of typing. I wonder what would happen if I just typed D. Or if it wouldn't go anywhere because that's not what Chrome is used to me doing. Okay. What? See that giant hair in there? Get out. Who asked you? Why are there specks of white on my hands? How did that happen? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because we're gonna mix it up with yellow, so it's gonna be, you know. It's gonna all get mixed up, but like, just where did that even come from? I don't even have the white out. Oh. So this is the boring part of the stream. Some of you out there might be like, that's the whole thing is the boring part. That would be an interesting thing to do sometime. Go through your keyboard, just like A to Z, see like what autocomplete things, what autocomplete in your browser, where that brings you. This looks sharp. Yeah, it's not very sharp. This is, see, I just picked it up by the blade and I'm like shoving my finger into it. It will not hurt you if you just put, like, pressure on the blade will not hurt you. I have cut myself on this before, but the way that I cut myself was when I was cleaning it. So I was cleaning it and I was running my fingers along the blade like this. Obviously I'm not gonna actually do it because I don't wanna hurt myself again. Yeah, I ran my finger along the blade by accident and it cut me because I went like this. But yeah, it's fine. Me just touching this is not gonna hurt me. Aww, Ray's dagger. You're making me all emotional, you sweetie pie. Yeah, but the real danger, MS, is when I bring out the X-Acto blade. that's the spooky one. Ooh, this would be kind of cool if I kept it a little bit marbled. I don't know if I want to do that. It's mixing a little too much. Next time. I need to decide that way earlier. Also, maybe that's a summer project because it's too cold. The clay is a little bit more firm and more crumbly. Need to get you a whetstone for it. Yeah, I'll pass on that. I will pass on things to make my sharp things sharper. We can figure it out. I do really like this kind of marbly look though. It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to be like super marbled. I think by the time I get it on there though, it won't be marbled anymore. Just because I have to work with it, I have to condition it today. Even though like I got Emo Soft so that I wouldn't have to work with it to get it usable. It's just too cold. It's too cold, so I just gotta mush it. How about zero cuts? How about I just don't wreck my fingers with my sharp objects? Is that acceptable? So Fred picked up some new tea for me because he's a sweetheart and he's very thoughtful. He got me orange, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ceylon? Ceylon orange pekoe? I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's what he got me. And I tried it yesterday and this morning, but I waited too long to drink it. So I'm like, I know that I like it, because otherwise I'd be like, ew, that's nasty. But, like, I can't... I let it get too cold. Because I sit here and talk to you. I don't know why I'm thinking about this, because I'm never going to do it, but if I started like a new Twitch channel, like if I didn't already have my screen name when I started streaming, like what would I have done with my branding? I can't imagine going by anything other than Lecta. Oh my god, it's Exceptions. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in about 10 billion years. 10 billion. It's the exact number. Maybe I'll do it this way. I also might just need more clay. We see. We shall see. Hi. How have you been? See, I'll just mush a lot of this off of here and put it in the back. Nichizasi. Are you trying? Okay, what are you trying to say? Something about you and playing. We're like 50. Just heading to work? Where are you working nowadays? What are you doing with yourself? I mean, if you just stopped in to say hi, obviously, feel free to ignore me, but... But like, what's going on with you, man? Overkill Starbreeze Company... is in deep bankruptcy? I did not know that. I don't really keep a good eye on the game dev scene. Like, I follow Kit Fox games, Supergiant games, and like, that's about it. No, negating verbs is a whole other thing that we haven't gone over. It was a good intuition, but ultimately not how it works. Oh, by the by, can I have a caster command for Exceptions, please? Exceptions is a fellow streamer. Usually Vainglory, unless I miss my mark. No! Ori, you turd. Be nice to our guest! Working at EA on a Madden Club Championship this week. Oh, nice! That's awesome! You still play Vainglory much anymore? Part of me always wants to go back to it, and then the other part of me is like, remember when you were playing solo and that made you sad? And I was like, yes I do. Remember also how you already have Dota, which you suck at? You don't need another game to suck at? Yes, I remember. I know, right? Like, where did January go? I feel like I accomplished a lot, but... it went by kind of fast. Every now and then. It's a great game. It really is. Okay, here we go. This is starting to become more manageable. So for those of you wondering what the fuck I'm doing, I'm gonna make a keycap. It's gonna be like a sea monster, but not a Cthulhu, just a sea monster. I already did a tentacle keycap. So I'm basically, this is gonna be the base, the body. So I'm covering the existing keycap with a fun color, and we'll give him eyes and facial features, and I wanted to do scales, so he'll be a scaly boy. I might try to work in some, like, webbed hands or something. Dude, it's still 2016. Thank fuck it's not 2016 still. I'm quite pleased with that time is passing. I'm evolving as a person. Or maybe like a Pokemon, so the next time you see me, I'll have regressed into a Magikarp. So, if you guys were a Pokemon, if you're like young adult, teenage, dumbass self was a Pokemon, which Pokemon would it be? I think I'd be a Magikarp. Not that I think I'm a Gyarados now, but I just think that young me is a Magikarp. Like, real derpy, so that hasn't changed. Flailing around. Being a goofball. I mean, so I guess I'm literally the same. I'm just a Magikarp for life, okay? Alright, you exposed me! You did it, are you happy now? Ditto? Ever shifting, ever changing? That's an interesting one. What's a Star Raptor? What is that? I'm talking about real Pokemons, not these newfangled ones. No, you can be other ones, I just don't know what they are. Young you is Psyduck, just constant headaches. It's a bird? I would have never guessed that. An emo-looking piece of dick. Alright, alright. Okay. An emo-looking piece of dick. That's a really funny description. I enjoy that. I have no idea what this thing looks like, but now I do. Alright, so I'm trying to make the top of this even as, well, as even as I can make it. But it doesn't want to cooperate today. Okay. That's a little better. I keep getting little pieces. Also, my hands are stained green like the Hulk. Gen 1, only Gen worth knowing. I agree. Like, I don't have room in my brain for more than that. That's like, there are enough Pokemon in one generation. It's enough. Although I can't honestly say that they're any sillier. Looks like the lead singer in My Chem. He looks like Gerard Way. Well, in that case, I know who my Pokemon crush is. I like Gerard Way a lot. I like My Chem a lot. Why must you get caught on this little jagged edge here, you turd? Meow! trying to clean up the bottom of this so we don't have like huge lumps. All gens were good, convince me I'm wrong. No, I don't care enough to convince you. I'll let somebody else take care of that. And like, you really can't say that the Pokemon in one versus other ones were any less were any better, because they're all basically like, what is an animal or an object in the world? Let's put a face on it. Here's a Pokemon. Most of them. Trubbish is literally a fucking trash bag. I mean, I always joke, like, you know, there's... I always joke that there's, like, the stapler. There might actually be one that looks like a stapler. I don't know. But it's like, oh look, there's a pigeon. There's a sparrow. Let's call it Spearow. Ooh, aren't we original? Like, they definitely weren't the most inventive. What is muck? Literally muck. M-U-C-K. Muck. It's just gloop that they put a face on. Alright, I think this is almost ready for our base. Our base of operations. Get super bothered by people cherry picking one or two Pokemon from later gens saying they're absurd. I mean, there are definitely ones that are worse than others, but they were never particularly inspired. Multiple different Pokemon, just variations on a flower. What if a Pokeball was a Pokemon? Yeah. There's a refrigerator? That's so silly. They're all appliances. Like, that's so ridiculous. Wait, there's an ice cream cone? Nice fridge. That's funny. Oh no. There's a fiber on there and it needs to go away. I don't know if I managed or if I just made a dent. No, I just pushed it in more. Great. Why would I want it to go away? Okay. I think we've got pretty good coverage. I'm just putting like my last touches. But I'm happy with coverage. I just need to get the sides to be as flat as possible. You know, I might want to use a dotting tool for this. It's tempting. I gotta be careful not to mush this corner too much. I say as I keep mushing the corner. Now, I'm just gonna run this along the edge because I can't remember, I've touched it too many times. I can't remember which side I was using for the green versus the yellow and the blue or whatever. Tangela, I always thought was just a seaweed. Like a ball of seaweed. whole team of Pokemon that had mustaches. That kind of team comp is something that I would totally do. Like I would have color complementary. I mean, I do that in other games too. If you have like outfit colors that you can pick, you better bet I'm gonna try and match with my team. Hey Sims, how you doing? Oh, fart knuckles. Alright, can you just be nice to me, Clay, please? Thank you. Okay. Where was I? I think the top looks pretty good. I'm working down along the sides now. I'm trying not to push on the other. So that's the hard part, is that like I have to hold it somewhere. And then the other sides get all pushed around. Achoo! Achoo! Ooh. Monocolor, monotype. Oh, cool. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get it. Just gonna do one last swipe along the bottom here. Alright, we've got all the scrap. I'm glad that we had extra, because I didn't think about, like, what if I want to add, I don't know, stuff to him. What if he wants to have eyebrows, or eyelids, or a nose? I don't think he's gonna have a nose, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert to my imagination. I don't think he's gonna... I don't think he'll have a nose. Alright. Let me take a dotting tool. So I want to... We'll go with the green one to match. I just want to kind of give it a once-over. I want to see how this ends up going. Yeah, it's not really going too hot. I mean, it's okay. It's just getting it around the edge that'll be... I mean, it's kind of taking off the fingerprints that I left, but it's not particularly even otherwise. It kind of makes it look like a rock. It's interesting. And now I have to do it to all of the sides because I did it to one side and I can't, you know, undo it. I mean, I guess I could just muck it up. I don't hate it, but I don't know if this actually is serving a purpose. Yeah, oh god. See where I was holding it? Oh no. Horrible. What have I done? Shit. Well, we tried something new and it was a disaster. I'm screwing everything up. least looking forward to out of the way. Nice. Making soup, you have tea. Oh, me too! Twitch friends, me too! I'm doing pretty alright. Other than, you know, trying new tactics with this clay business and then deciding that it was a horrible idea. I mean, it wasn't that bad, I just... Not on a keycap. Hey, Gurnan. We tried something new and it was a disaster. Yeah, I thought it would go well. It just did not. You had to comment. Aw. Well, you're welcome to go back into lurk. We won't judge you. Alright, where's the top of this? This is the top. Okay. So if it looks good from this angle, this is the most important. I mean, obviously I want it to look good from all angles, but you know, it has flaws. There's only so much I can do. I can't make it perfect. I'm not a robot. Alright, I think I'm done messing with it. I think that's as good as that's getting. If I were a robot, would I know? Yeah, I'd be so much better at so many things. I wouldn't be clumsy. Like, who makes a clumsy robot? And clearly, I would be... I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Never mind, I backed out. I was gonna say, clearly I'm too attractive, I would definitely be a sex robot. But I didn't say that. I mean, other than her, she's a very spectacularly... You'd buy a Electabot, would it just run around going, vagina? Dude, I'm 29. I don't know how much more butterflying that this butter is gonna fly. I think I'm pretty much as evolved as I'm going to be. At least physically. Okay. Now what do we want for this sea monster? I know that I want scales, but that's gonna be the last thing that I put on him. Don't want to have the age conversation with me in the room. All I said was that I'm 29 and that physically I'm pretty sure I'm done. Like, this is it. I can make the insides better, theoretically, with, you know, diet and exercise. The outside is done. My coordination or lack thereof is done. Like, I don't think you can just make yourself more graceful. You're old too? How old are you? I don't think you get to call yourself old. Nobody here gets to call themselves old. Especially not with Garrick. "31, get out." You're not even as old as Fred, get out. That's not old. Robot arms just wrestling each other? That sounds awesome. Alright, what am I picturing for this guy? I think he needs an underbite. I think that's the first thing he needs. Speak up, this 40-year-old can't hear what you're talking about. Hey Joe, how you doing? Also not that old. Also not that old. How do I want to make his little underbite? I think I want about half as much clay, first of all. I'll probably add in teeth. So I want to make this sort of like mouth shaped. Like I think I want to keep it kind of circular, even though I'm gonna... Like this is gonna essentially be his lip slash jaw. You don't think of Garrick as old at all? I mean, he has... His emote is an old hand shaking a cane. But no, like in the grand scheme of things, he's not old. He is the oldest person in our community, though.
When I wake up and you were the last person I have on my mind before my eyes shut, and that's where I see you in my dreams. We're happy. We're laying there admiring each other. We want to be something more when we're there. We can't even speak a word to each other when we're awake, but when we dream, we speak in a language that can't be transcribed. We don't even have to say
He is actually older than my parents, though.
Your glance, your lips,
but not
your
by
smile
much.
say it all. But in the end, none of this changes the fact that when I wake up, I feel like I can't say a word to you. Because in my dreams, I'm living with you, but in reality, you're threatening to move out.
Okay. What do I think of this? I'm probably going to... I'm not pushing this down on purpose. I will probably try to angle this so that I can smooth it down into the rest of his body. And what I'll do is make little teethies. I just have to decide what other features this guy is gonna have. I think really big eyes, like huge eyes. I could still grow wings. Wait, what? Because you can't call yourself old, then I can grow wings. I like this logic. I don't think that it actually is logic, but I like it. Because I like the possibility of growing wings. Hey Wormy, how you doing? Hey Kit. I thought so too, Kit, actually, but we just learned 0 passes 31. Yeah, I'm fine. Sims, you just lead an instant. Vagina!
Oh, if you could have wings, what would your wings look like? Wowee.
Good question. I like feathers too much, so they'd probably be feathers. They'd probably be feathered wings of some kind. But beyond that, I don't know, I have to think about it. Okay. So I think what I want to do is make the teeth before I touch this. Now the only other thing is, do I want any other features on him? And I think the answer is No, because I don't have space for them. Like, I'd love to give him little webbed hands, but I don't think that I can do that. He'll be 30. My Freddy Bear is gonna be 34. Hey, Carabe. What's up, man? Yeah, Fred's gonna be 34 on the 4th. I'm just trying to get some of the green off of my hands because I'm going to probably do his teeth in white as much as... I mean, like, I could do yellow, but either way, my hands need to not be green when I'm touching lighter clay. I think you should, Sims. That'd be a fun game. See all this, like, stained green over here? Everyone's curious now. I swear I dropped a glob of hand sanitizer somewhere, but I can't see where it, oh, it went on the bag of, yellow. Screen is being stubborn. I think I did a pretty good job, though.
Just like intercourse.
Just like intercourse, I did a good job. Thank you for the host for me. Alright, so now that my hands are clean, let's get some white. And then I think I want to do his eyes the way I did the fish boy eyes. Me, Simon. Oh. I also need to clean this before I get into that. Now here's where I have to be careful with the blade because like I said, I have cut myself before trying to clean this thing. Alrighty. Good stuff. Nice and clean. Let's not towel whip our project here. Fiber, go away. Get off of my white clay, please. I'll have to take a look at what those wings look like. I still haven't decided, like, shape, size, or whatever for mine. Like, I definitely want them to... I want to fly, but... So they have to be pretty big. I mean, that's just how physics works. But if you know they're magic, then they could be whatever size. I think this will probably be enough white. Perhaps not. You'd have buffalo wings on your body? Oh. Oh, okay. Ew. Kit would have bat wings, why am I not surprised? Kit, have you read Daughter of Smoke and Bone? Oh, those are pretty cool. Goes with the iridescent skin you would have. The pearlescent. I like the shape of those. Yeah, mine would definitely be feathers, but like... I don't know. I feel like mine would just look pretty rustic. 'Cause, I don't know, rustic is kind of my aesthetic. I like bone and feather and wood and clay, like... Take too much energy. I think if you had wings, like, they'd be of more use. Like, if you got wings tomorrow, then yeah, maybe not. Got the whole set for Christmas. I loved them. I'm not gonna say anything more than that. I just loved them a lot. I loved them a lot. And I actually once thought about getting a tattoo of one of the scenes from one of the books, which obviously I'm not gonna tell you. I'm kind of glad that I didn't though, because of like the meaning behind it. I don't know if I feel that way anymore. It didn't have enough layers for me to get it anyway. You want metal wings? Cool. Yeah, that was neat. Mechanical wings. You read them after your Hellbound book. Speaking of books, we've got our book club coming up this Sunday. We're reading the 3rd book in a series, and then our next meeting after that is for the 4th and final book in the series on the 17th. If you want to take part in the book club after we're done with this series, go check out the suggestions. Well, first of all, let us know that you're gonna want to partake. And then take a look at the suggestions list. And let us know. This is so filthy. And let us know, what book you might want to read next. Alright. My white is still being very crumbly. Also, it has so many fibers. I don't even bother, you know, doing the scrap clay anymore, because, like, even when I use scrap clay, it doesn't seem to do it. It doesn't get it done. Alrighty. Here we go. Good shit! So I think that's workable. I think I want to make these all in one strip, so rather than making a billion individual teeth, I will just make one strip of teeth and hide it under his lip. That's great, Wormy! Congratulations! You've been working really hard. I'm glad that you're seeing results. Okay. So. I think I'm going to cut the teeth with my blade. I also want it to be very thin. Because I don't want him to be like I don't want it to have a super high profile or like height. Okay. Let's get him some good teethies, huh? This is... Get up! I'm gonna use that for his eyes, probably. Eyeballs. Breathe fire and punch your enemies from 10 feet away. Okay. I think I want my X-Acto for this. This blade's just too big. Now's the time to be scared for my fingers. So his teeth are all gonna be different sizes. 'Cause he's a little monster fish boy. I'm trying to lift this out of there. There we go. Just trying to keep it relatively together. Okay. Get this out of here. Come on. There we are. And get this out of here. Okay, good. Now I need my silicone tube. Got it. I don't play fighting games, so my brain is not going to go there. Who here does play fighting games? Or has? I mean, like, I guess I've played a little bit, I've watched a little bit, but like, that's not where my brain is gonna go. Because it was, you know, not a significant thing in my life. very, very gently. I want to fix... Come on now. I want to fix up the other side because it's a little bit, like, jagged. And I couldn't quite get to it like that. So it doesn't have to be perfect, and it is going to change in shape just a little bit when I put it on the actual guy. But no need for him to have rough edges. He doesn't need jagged little teeth. I mean, he already has kind of jagged teeth. Like, the teeth themselves don't have to be jagged on top of all of that. This one is very hard to deal with. The long ones are hard to deal with because they just like kind of flop around. Guilty Gear, Fred played that for a while. At least the newest one. Mortal Kombat. Smash Brothers, nope. Don't let Fred hear you say that. He always says Smash is a party game. He gets testy when people call it a fighting game. He's like, it's not. It's not. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Alright, let's take your lip off of here. Put his little teeths in. Alrighty, teethies. I've watched fighting games. I just like... I think I've definitely watched more than I've played. I played next to zero. It's just not something that I partook in. Okay, the base is a little too wide. So I'm gonna chop off the sides of these teeth down here. Teeth sides. Hey-ya! No, not the whole thing. Alright, that's fine. Holding too many tools. What am I doing? Now is the— oh shit! Now is this tooth too long? So I need space for his eyeballs. I think if I scoot it down like that, then that's okay. Okay. Alright, little monster. You're almost like a thing that people can see as a thing. Isn't that exciting for you? It's exciting for me. I'm talking to it like it can hear me. I mean, anything is personal, improving your own gameplay if you want it to be that way. Like, you could play any game that way, I think. I'm trying to think of examples of things you couldn't do that with, but I feel like there aren't any. Or at least I'm not coming up with them, so there aren't any. Oh. Okay. So I'm committing to these teeth now. I'm gonna try and keep them as pointy as possible, but I also want to like smooth them out a little bit. I would argue with that, Wormy. That's a very narrow view of what you can do to improve your own gameplay. I would say that, like, you could just work on improving your own gameplay in terms of, like, movement and having every movement be smooth and precise. That doesn't have anything to do with the speed at which you're going through the game. And it is still something that you can improve upon through many playthroughs. Okay, this is very hard. This is very hard. I'm trying to push the tooth down so that it's not like such a harsh edge. Like, I don't want it to look like a mountain range. Well, actually, it was proven a long time ago that plants like to listen to music and that talking to them actually helps them grow. Alrighty. So I managed to get that tooth somewhat how I want it. Kind of. It's like, I don't know, man. The good thing is, I don't really care what this part looks like, 'cause it's gonna be covered. It's more of an experience than a game. I mean, sure, but that's not to say that you cannot improve your gameplay within it. I feel like people probably won't choose that game to do that with, but you could. I think it's unlikely, but you could do it.
With the smoke in your eyes, yeah, you're scared, 'cause you fell to the side. You know I'd never lie. And with this
Have you ever played Journey Zero
my
Pass?
words are not gonna break. I don't care how long it takes, I'll be there. And it was you all along, the one who gave me my song. All of this pain makes me
I'm guessing from your comment that you haven't. I'm getting tiny particles of white all over this. Trying really hard to not, but like, it's just not happening. Well then, add me to the pile of people who will tell you that you should. I think everybody should, if they can. Did it come out on PC? 'Cause I know it was a PS original before. But now I don't remember if it made it over. It's going to PC soon eventually. Okay. That's great. It's gonna be so many more people who get to experience it without needing a whole new console. Alrighty. I think this side of the tooth is as toothy as it's gonna be. I know I'm just doing like all these really tiny micro movements and it's not that interesting, but I hope he'll look good when I'm done. Alright, I was really focused there. Okay. Not the most even little teeths. If I wanted them to be more even, I should have kept them short and fat.
Oh,
But I didn't.
I love it.
I cannot read that. Sorry. Welcome to the court of the hype. We're gonna dance anyway. Woo! Yeah! Woo, 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 yeah! Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next tooth. stay close to me. I think I'm gonna cut some of the excess off now. Because as I push it down, the more like builds up right there. Woo! That got really close to the green. Spooked me. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Phew. You can fall on the tray. Don't fall on what I'm working on though. Which has to be cleaned, because oof. It's horrible. I mean, I can't say what your experience with it is going to be. I can say that you will probably have a meaningful experience, whether that helps you learn about yourself, that's not up to me to know. Yeah, there's no way for me to know that. I still think about Journey.
My name is Tom Turdlip, and I'll be your captain for today, accompanied by my first mate.
But I mean, like, if I tried to say I learned this specific thing about myself when I played, I don't know if that's what I got out of it. Everyone's different, though.
Members, as well as our Aloha card holders. Because without you, Hawaii would just be Costa Rica. So sit back, relax, enjoy your Mai Tai, or whatever other fucking fruity drink you think Hawaiians enjoy. And I'll try not to finish this thing.
But yeah, I would say that I had a meaningful experience with the game. You broke Kit. Oh my god, Kirby. You are something else. I'm also kind of the opinion that even experiences that might seem frivolous, like, they serve their purpose and they are also important. Like Shadow Warrior 2. I don't at all regret playing that game. Was it, you know, like, earth-shattering? No. But I enjoyed myself. It was fun just, like, being along for the ride. Like, that has value to me. This is just not smoothing out this tooth. Every time I try to smooth it out, I get more little tool marks. Because it hates me. You also don't want to, oh shit, fucker ball sack. You also don't want to bog yourself down with like so many like intense experiences. You need to take breaks. Let yourself emotionally recover from intense experiences before you go into the next one. Or at least I do. Because it gives you time to reflect on the experience that you had. And also just like take a little break. You 1,000,000,000% agree with that? Oh, nice. Oh, I see. I get it. How many yeehaws were passed between you? Unless that's private. If the answer is none, you need to redo this interaction. Oh man, this tooth does not want to do the things that I want it to do. This little toothy boy. Kingdom Hearts didn't really do much for me, but I also experienced the first one for the first time when I was like 25? 24, 25? And to me, I was like, okay, like I get it, but also it's very heavy-handed. And cliche, but like, I was old. I was old at that point. That's not to say that you can't play it and enjoy it, but like a lot of people say that about Final Fantasy VII, which I also played when I was older. It's like very cliche and like blah blah blah. I wouldn't disagree. But I loved my time with Final Fantasy VII. Now, I have no idea what the other Kingdom Hearts games are like, or obviously I have no idea what 3 is like. But where I was at in my life when I experienced it, it didn't do anything for me. Like, I got what they were trying to get at, but it was... there was no finesse. But that's my opinion, and I get why people like it. And I would never be like, well, you're a doo-doo turd face because you like this thing that's clearly bad. I don't think it's bad. It just is not, doesn't do it for me. It's not quite up to my standards for something that will make me invested and emotional. It's not something that I will get attached to. Enjoy? Sure. I was that way with Final Fantasy VII too, though. Like, I didn't really connect to it emotionally. But I loved playing it. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Things have definitely evolved since then. I'm sorry, I'm not at liberty to release information on quantity of yeehaws. What about quality of yeehaws? Was there at least one quality yeehaw? I don't even necessarily disagree with the people who think those things about Kingdom Hearts. They're being unnecessarily harsh. But I also think that that doesn't diminish the fact that somebody can get something out of that game. That's the beauty of media, is that everyone's gonna get something a little different. I think that's... And I think that's great. I think it's great that people get positives out of something. Whether, you know, I agree with them or not. And everyone has different tolerances for different things. So, like, some people will get completely taken out of a scene if something is a certain way. Whether that's like, oh, plot hole, like giant glaring plot hole, for example. And I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts specifically because I just don't have enough experience with the game or the series to talk about it like that. But just like some people, if your plot does not make sense and flow in a nice way, then that's where their tolerance ends. For me, I can excuse plot holes and stuff if, you know, I care about the characters and everything else. Like, if I'm invested in the characters, I'll forgive a lot of stuff. But that's my personal tolerance for things. And everyone's different. Alright, I think these teeth are finally starting to be more teethy. They're certainly very dirty, though, right now. You're dirty little teeth, aren't you? That was weird. Don't ever let me say that again. Oops, I got a little bit of the green there. I think that's okay. We're gonna cover that part anyway. I just don't want it with the rest of the white. This is Kit, we're talking about everything's high quality? Alright, fair. The hair in my heart is purple. Got that purple heart hair, you know. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I'm trying to think of something that I liked that was just like kind of bad. But like I love it. I can't think of anything right now. I'm sure there's something. I'm gonna clean these teeth before I put the jaw over them, because it'll be harder to get them clean, like if there's one right on the edge. I did not need you to jizz on me. Hand sanitizer. Hi, Grumpy Cat.
Oh, Grumps.
I didn't know you could see him. Hey, Nether, how you doing? And yes, I know Grumpy Cat, like the actual cat, is a female. But the one on my shelf is my stuffed animal. I call him Glumps. Oh, stop. Let's try this again. You need to get back into Anthem? Okay. Glad you're enjoying it. Alright, that's about as clean as that's getting, so I'm not going to touch it. I will clean as well my tools while I'm here. And then I want to put the jaw on his little face. And then I will go on my break.
Watch me as I hop the fence to make my pleading argument. You're not just scared, you're making sense, believe me.
Okay. So I've got his little mouth here, which is not going to cover his teeth. Alright, so I need to make this longer, just by a little bit. I also want it flatter anyway, so I'm fine with this. And then we're fucking A. And then we'll do his eyes. Well, break first, then eyeballs.
I'm running till I trip and I fall down, girl. Just get up, restart. I'll do it again.
I am gonna have to lift this up off of here, which I'm not looking forward to, because it'll kind of get destroyed when I do it, but it's okay. I need you. It's fine. Reviewer scores. I think a lot of people liked Harvest Moon. Like, I've never heard people talk about it negatively. But then again, I didn't look at reviews for it. It's just based on people walking around and liking the game. Alrighty. Let's pick this up. And I'm going to try to slice it. Oh, fuck. I should have cleaned the blade. I knew I should have cleaned it, and then I didn't. Shit. Fuck. I made a mistake. I'm cleaning the blade now. Don't judge me. So I'm trying to get most of this nice and thin so that it's easy to blend into the rest of it. I think I'm just gonna have to put it on there and hope that I can form it and mush it the way that I want. I want it to curve up a little bit. Stop dropping it on the thing! Fingers, please! Alright, we're committing. Here he is. Here's our boy. Oh, I think this is a little much over here. Just gotta try to cut that off. This is gonna be not good. I can just see it. Now I have to try and make this round to match the other side. Oh boy. Alright. I think that's pretty okay. Relatively even little lip for him. And I want the top side to stay raised, and then I want the lower side to get mushed down and fade away. And that's gonna be a little hard. But we'll just see what happens, you know? Maybe I can just take a little bit of this excess. I'm not gonna go nuts here. I'm gonna go shallow, shallow. But I don't want to push into him too much, because it'll disrupt all the stuff that I worked really hard on at the beginning of the stream. Okay, I think that's good enough. Looks pretty good. Herm. Alright. It's a little more uneven than I'm gonna be happy with. I think he's gonna look very cute though when I'm done. This is like very lumpy here. So perhaps I I know I said that this tool was like not good, but I'm gonna use it anyway. You know what I should do? I should hold it with a thingy. Alright, here we go. The good thing is that this side, this like bottom side, didn't have a lot of clay to start with on it. It was one of the thinner sides, so the fact that I added more to it is totally okay. Just trying to make it fucking even. Ah! There's like that little gap there that's gonna bother the shit out of me. The rest of it is better. Getting there. With pushing and patience. Yeah, holding this with the pliers was a good idea, because that way I can push on one side and not have me counter pushing on the other side, you know? Alrighty. Now I just want to smooth that out. He's just gonna be a thick boy on that side. What? Come on! You see that? Oof. Alright, Kit. Stop cutting towards your fingers. I'm never gonna stop. I'm never going to stop. Kit, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the lurk. Be a good work lurker. RC, I don't think I've ever had any of those soda brands for me. When I listen back to the stuff that I listened to when I was younger, I'm still super into it. I'm like, hell yeah. You just have to look away. Just don't look at me. Don't watch what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing? What do you think I have a camera on me for? Don't look at me. Oh, I feel like I'm ruining it. Come on. Alright, I think I managed to salvage what I was doing. He really needs to be cleaned, though. He's super dirty, this guy. What a dirty little monster you are. Oh, that's horrible. Why did I say that? You're guilty of cutting towards yourself too. It's so much easier. Like, why is it so much easier? Oh, don't go that way, come on. And then I poked it. Dang it! It's okay. Come on! I think that's as good as that's gonna get. It's a thing I often say on this stream. Alright. So now before I put him down, I'm going to clean him. Because he's got a dirty little body. We're gonna give him a bath. So I've got some hand sanitizer. And I'm just gonna try and get rid of some of the dirt and the fibers. Mostly, it's mostly fibers, but it makes it look dirty. Alrighty. Let's go over to this side. Fresh, nice, fresh and clean. There's a pesky little fiber there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Josie and the Pussycats soundtrack, friends. It's so good.
I'm a grown man, so I'm serious. But when it's time to game, I go delirious. Cause in the office, I gotta keep it calm. But in rivals, you gonna catch these palms. I'll ride instead of burn, so don't test me.
I'm happy with most of it. It's just his little underjaws got real screwy here.
Steve Hart, get lit up again, then you blaming all the battles, cause I force burns MIB, moving in shadows. Who's next? Bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when my fist flames in your mouth. Come on, man, I'll bury your face with strong attacks anywhere. Aerial ace, comes to fighting games.
I think that's as good as he's gonna be.
Grab sticks, yeah. Grab sticks, yeah. Grab sticks, time for our own way. When it comes to fighting games like our own way, better bring your A game, homie, I don't play. Grab sticks, yeah. Grab sticks, yeah. Grab sticks, yeah.
Dude, you can't just slice your fingers off. I really shouldn't put this down, but I do need to take a break.
You're clinging to hope when your chances are freaking zero. Like how Pokemon Go players flock to parks. You're always on my radar, watch your mark.
There's also a little black spot there, but you know what? He's a fucking he fell into my hand. Good job. Alright. So, this looks very uneven to me. I'm gonna leave it alone because I don't think I can make it even. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I just need to use the bathroom. And I would refill my water, but you know, it's full because I haven't been drinking it. You're gonna duct tape my fingers so I'm safe? Okay. Oh, you sliced your left pinky to the bone. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, I will be right back and we'll continue with our little sea monster friend. Give me just a couple minutes to use the bathroom and stretch.